Hola winos, and welcome to another edition of SommAllié. If you're new here, I'm not an expert, but I know what I like, and I love wine. So grab a glass, hit that subscribe button, and become a SommAllié wino. Winos, let's uncork! This week, I'll be tasting the 2019 McBride Sisters Black Girl Magic Riesling. Happy Juneteenth and happy anniversary to me and SommAllié. I started SommAllié today last year. I want to give a shout out to Daniel who helps make this possible. Thank you so much. Without further ado, let's get into this wine. So this is the third wine that I have tasted from Andrea and Robin McBride, and this particular wine is from Central Coast, California, Edna Valley to be specific. It's a little warmer than I would like. You know, my little gadget says 53 degrees, so it's a little warmer than I would like. It should be served at 43 degrees, but hey, that's life. Which leads me to a super early SommAllié tip. If you want to chill your wine fast, get a ice bucket, fill it with ice, fill it with water, and then stick the wine in the ice bucket and let it chill. Usually red wines will take about 5 minutes. White wines you'll do about 10, 12, 15 minutes, somewhere around there. And if it's like a leaner red wine, like a Pinot Noir, like I had the Snoop Dogg one, the Cali Red, that you could let sit for a good 10, 12 minutes and you'll be good to go. This is a screw cap. I know the screw caps are generally associated with less expensive wines, but really not in this day and age anymore. This is called a Stelvin or screw cap, and it was created in like 1964, like somewhere mid-60s, and it really got popularity in the 80s when there was a shortage of corks. Winemakers had to think of different alternatives. Places like Australia really have just embraced it, and it's pretty much on every bottle of wine in Australia. Generally, if a bottle is $30+, it probably will have 100% cork in it. But if it is less, less expensive wines, they usually have that artificial cork. This fly is really getting on my nerves. But he is, or she, I don't know, do flies have sexes? I don't know. They are all about my cheese plate because I have breadsticks, some rosemary breadsticks, and I have some olive bread and some sourdough, crusty bread, blue cheese with some blueberry sauce and some roasted garlic and some white grapes and a little calabrese salami and dried apricots and feta cheese and yum. I can't tell you the last time I had Riesling. It's probably been about 10 years. It was in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Shout out to Philip, the mayor of Chapel Hill. And I think that was probably the last time I had Riesling. Was with Felipe Francois. Let's crack this open. We're not gonna uncork it. We're gonna give it a little pour. Ooh, I spilled some. Edna Valley, Central California. It is near San Luis Obispo. Edna Valley is bordered by Lake Lopez to the south and Islay Hills to the north. They're very aromatic wines. Like I can already smell it. Like just from here I can smell it. It's the drinking for me that's the problem because they're generally a little too sweet for me. But I'm sure this one will be on the sweeter side because generally when you have a dry Riesling, those come from Germany. And See, I was right. Beep, 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 beep. Rieslings can range from dry to sweet. I smell fruits, and more fruits. I smell like pineapple. Etna Valley used to be on the ocean floor, so they will be like clay and chalk. I'm getting a lot of fruit, I'm not getting any of the terrain. So Rieslings are a white grape, and they originated in Germany. Rieslings can be grown in very cold climate, Germany, to a moderate climate like Central Valley, Etna Valley, California. I smell guava. That's what it is. Guava. Like guava juice. It really is such an aromatic wine. You see I'm stalling, right? Okay, if I don't like this one, I don't like this one. Yeah, what are you gonna do? But okay, here we go. Oh, that's yummy. Okay, so it's got some nice acidity. And Rieslings are generally high acid wines. That's generally why they are on the sweeter side, to combat that high acidity. Yo, my mouth is juicy, like just salivating. Ooh, see, spitting, salivation. Ooh, This is beautiful summer wine. I taste honey. Probably gonna happen a lot because it's juicy. The fruit is more ripe, so it's like a really sweet pineapple, ripe pineapple. Limey as well. I smell like lime rind, and my palate is, it tastes like lime. It's got a midway finish, it's not long, it's not short, but the acid keeps on giving. I smell, oh my goodness, what is that flower? It's a white flower. Honeysuckle. Ooh, and the honey is so creamy and sweet. Not really creamy, but silky. Very silky on my tongue, especially in the back of my palate. I am going to rate this wine. 4 quarts. The reason why I didn't give it 5 quarts, because it's not like, oh my god, but it is very, very, very yummy, delicious. As we get into the summer and everybody's opening up and we're out and about, people are gonna be entertaining more, things like that. And I have noticed that I really enjoy cocktails that are made with wine, like the sangria. I found a great one for a Riesling. I've been looking them up because I've been tasting all this wine, and just in case I don't like it, I want to be able to use the wine. Try looking up different recipes for wines that include wines. Of course you could do the spritzer, which is just the wine with club soda and some ice. Which actually, it would be really nice with this wine because it has so much acid and it's got this great fruit going on. That is my sommelier tip of the week. Branch out with your wine, try some cocktails, try cooking with wine, just using wine in different ways than just putting it into a glass and saying cheers and drinking up. But this really is the best way to enjoy wine. Cheers! Thank you guys so much for joining me for another edition of Sommelier. Remember to drink wine, enjoy wine, love wine. Until I see you again, cheers and keep on sipping.